Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Here's Billups. And he buries his first look. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And that one's good.
Yeah, just a tremendous athlete. Bam loves to run. Runs so well at that center position.
Down low. Here's Gordon. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Billups. The kick out to Adebayo. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. And Gordon with the big finish.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
And Brooklyn has possession. Shot is good by Barrett.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Timberwolves making it to their second straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6th seed. Gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the finals.
Garnett. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Gordon. Oh, rejected by Wiggins. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Well, you know, you think about somebody who has flourished as a sidekick. That's Aaron Gordon. He's really found himself as a player the last few years. Of course, he's now an NBA champion. That certainly has to help his confidence.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Brian, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Billups. There's the drive. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
Gordon outside. Ball looks over the floor. 4 on the clock. Here's Garnett. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Billups. On the take. Soft touch off the glass. Billups has got 6.
You leave an opening for Billups, and he's going to take advantage of it and exploit it. Very smart play that time by Chauncey.
Ball with it. Adebayo grabs the board.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
It's tipped. Ball outside. Pass to Flag. And he buries his first look.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Inside. Here's Billups. Adebayo, good look. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's ball. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Here's Billups. He's got 6. Plenty of space. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 3.
14.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nets.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Screen by Horford. And Young, here we go. Ah, blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart. 5 to shoot. Pass to Horford. Picked his pocket. Jones from outside. On target from range. Jones has got 5 now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Hey, I'd like to also shout out the way they've defended. Already they've recorded some really good shot blocks.
And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BH, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Young on the run. And the layup is good.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
Pass to Dosunmu. Stolen by Young. Horford can't hit. And Minnesota with possession here. Dosunmu outside. Picked by Stewart. Dosunmu goes in. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And Horford powers it home.
Horford being opportunistic there and getting busy pounding that glass.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back over to you, Brian.
Thank you, Allie. All right, Graham, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
The Timberwolves making a switch here, and Chris Finch wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Outside Young. Here's Harris. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Garnett. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Adebayo, no good.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Back to Young. Pass to Harris. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ball. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Billups. He's got 6. And there's the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Billups has got 8 points.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Nets out in front. They lead by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And as a player, how important is film study to reaching the highest level of success, Clark?
Tell you what, with the advance in technology, it's actually critical now, BA. I mean, it's more accessible, too, and that helps everybody realize the benefits of doing that extra work of studying yourself, your team, and your opponent.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Ball. Adebayo with the rejection.
I love this defensive intensity from Bam, shutting them down at the rim with those long arms. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big 3 era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Nets lead by 2.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Here's Ball. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Here's Billups. Give him 8. Just 4 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. For the lead. Ball no good.
It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
Barrett. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
And here's Gordon. Give him 8 points now. Here's Billups. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Both teams will make substitutions. To the inside. Horford gets it done inside.
Well, it's so hard to stop Horford when he's that physical down low. Most defenders have a tough time dealing with it.
Back to Simmons. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Dosunmu on the wing. Stewart outside. It's picked off. Out to the right wing. Here's Young. Pass to O'Neal. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Garnett. From downtown, knocks it down from distance. Garnett's got 5 points now this quarter.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Horford, right side. There's Young with the 3. That one doesn't drop. Timberwolves trail up by 3. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Team seconds. Now into the line.
We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. To the middle. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now checking in for
A minute 9 left in the third quarter of the game. And Billups gets it to go.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Ball. Pass to Garnett. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Garnett's got 13.
And Ball definitely has the passing DNA. Some of his dime drops are really sweet.
Up ahead. The steal. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Ball. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Billups. 10 points for him. Adebayo sets a screen to the paint. Bam! He gets it to go at the rim.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And stolen by Brown. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Brooklyn out in front, leading by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Nets leading by 3. Here's Billups. Outside Brown. Gordon pulls it in.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
They set the screen. Here's Ball. Brooklyn pulls it in. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Here's Billups. Outside Adebayo. Wide open.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Here's Ball. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
To the middle. Barrett can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now here's Ball. Pass to Dosunmu. Gordon outside. Here's Garnett. Adebayo grabs the board. About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Down low. Here's Barrett. Right side Adebayo. To the inside. Ball with a steal. Here we go. One-on-one. Oh, Harris with the block.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Pass to Billups. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And Chris Finch has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Another shot. Extra points. Crucial second chance bucket.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Brown can finish above the rim with no problem. Yes, indeed, he can bounce.
Oh, deflected. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Here's Ball. To tie it up. Harris there for the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Now Adebayo. Oh, touches it off the glass.
A huge delivery by Brown. He continues to expand his role in the clutch.
Ball outside. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Oh, the shot is off.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by him.
Buries it from outside.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps it was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there. Even when gets dialed up a bit. Eddie Jones can be trusted with the rock. He's a consistent shooter under any circumstances.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Barrett. And the breakaway jam. A thing of beauty.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And he drives in. Down it goes.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. Ball delivering big time, and that's real leadership right there.
Here's Billups. Now Harris. From deep. So we see Brooklyn get the win here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.